There's a buzz rippling through Los Angeles that hasn't been this electric since Kobe's final fadeaway, only this time it centers on a potential blockbuster that could redefine the Lakers' entire second half of the season. Picture this: the purple and gold faithful fill Crypto.com arena. The lights dim, and the Jumbotron flashes a breaking banner: Lakers in advanced talks to acquire Jarrett Allen. Even typing those words gives me goosebumps, because if this rumor is true, the Lakers front office has just solved its biggest offseason conundrum: rim protection and elite lob threat to complement Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Before we dive into the details, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and ring the bell right now so you're front and center for every twist in this story. Okay, now imagine the scenario. After acquiring Luka in a seismic trade that sent Anthony Davis to Dallas, the Lakers immediately became a title contender. But one glaring weakness remained exposed in the playoffs last spring. Whenever opposing bigs bullied their way into the paint, LeBron, now 40 and battling nagging foot and ankle soreness, and the perimeter-heavy roster struggled to rotate fast enough to contest shots at the rim. Jackson Hayes showed flashes as a lob target, but lacked the consistency and defensive instincts to anchor the paint. Enter Jarrett Allen, two-time All-Star, one of the league's premier shot blockers, top 10 in defensive win shares with a 7.6 wingspan that alters every opponent's rhythm. Sources whisper that Los Angeles has offered Rui Hachimura, a reliable 3-and-D forward who exploded for a season-high 27 points in crunch time, and a protected 2031 first-round pick to the Cavaliers for Allen. Cleveland, reeling from an early playoff exit despite Evan Mobley's breakout, could be tempted to package Allen's long-term contract to free cap space and give Mobley more room to roam. In return, they'd get a knockdown shooter in Rui, someone who fits their need for floor spacing, and a draft asset to help retool around Mobley. From the Lakers' perspective, this move checks every box. It turns Rui's solid 36% three-point shooting into the price paid for an elite interior defender, boosts rebounding, and gives Luka a true high-efficiency rollman to punish defenses. Some insiders believe the deal is all but done, pending medicals and league approval. Others caution that Allen's $30+ million annual salary could force LA to find additional trades or stretch contracts elsewhere. But Lakers fans are already dreaming. A starting five of D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Luka, and Allen. Shooters and playmakers on the perimeter, plus a glass-cleaning anchor at the rim. It's the modern formula: spacing, switchable defense, and elite creativity. Could adding Allen turn this team from a 32-20 squad into a legitimate West contender? Is it possible that we've just witnessed the blueprint for a deep playoff run? Imagine late-game scenarios. Luka drives, draws two defenders, then flips a perfect lob to Allen for a thunderous dunk that sends the crowd into frenzy. Or LeBron, utilizing his gravity, kicks out to Reeves or Russell for an open triple, safe in the knowledge that Allen's been protecting the rim all game. That two-way balance is what championship teams are built on. And let's talk matchups. Denver's Nikola Jokic will still be a handful, but having Allen to contest his post touch could tilt those games. Phoenix's small ball lineups will struggle to match up size-wise. The defending champions' wings won't feast on dribble drives as easily when Allen patrols the paint. Of course, there are questions. What does this mean for our depth? Will Scottie Pippen Jr. see fewer garbage minutes? Does Anthony Davis's absence suddenly feel more manageable? And can Coach Redick, fresh off his surprising first-half success, integrate a new starter late in the regular season without disrupting chemistry? These are critical considerations, but when was the last time the Lakers passed on a chance to add an all-star level piece? The franchise's DNA is written in go-big decisions, and this may be the boldest yet. As the NBA trade deadline looms and the schedule tightens, with back-to-backs against Portland and Denver coming immediately after our makeup game with Charlotte, the pressure to secure every advantage is at its highest. This isn't rumor milling. This is a potential, franchise-altering strategy. If Jarrett Allen arrives, the Lakers don't just get better defensively, they become a threat in every facet, from transition dunk feeds to end-game shot contests. Would you move Rui and a future pick for that upgrade? Lakers fans, I want to. Know your take. Is this the missing piece, or is the cost too steep? Type your thoughts below, because this conversation is just heating up, just like the purple and gold pursuit of another championship. If the Jarrett Allen trade goes through, it won't just alter our starting five. It will fundamentally reshape every aspect of this Lakers roster from tip-off to the final buzzer. Picture the bench unit now. Scottie Pippen Jr., Max Christie, and Jalen Hood-Schifino will have to adjust, carving their roles around a new defensive anchor who gobbles rebounds and intimidates rim runners. Suddenly, every loose ball becomes more valuable, every missed shot more likely to be gobbled up by that 7'6" wingspan, and every fast break opportunity more explosive thanks to Allen's outlet passing. Meanwhile, Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell will find themselves operating with greater confidence, knowing that a lob feed or a drive-and kick won't leave their own glass unguarded. The very identity of the Lakers could shift toward attack with precision, defend with ferocity. A blueprint that championship teams have followed for generations. On the offensive end, Coach Redick can scheme up set plays designed to maximize Allen's strengths. Imagine staggered pick-and-rolls with Luka floating above the arc, drawing two defenders before slipping a dime to Allen for a thunderous alley-oop. Or LeBron running the break, crashing the glass, and dishing to Allen as the trailer. Suddenly, our transition game becomes a relentless weapon, one that opponents will have to game plan around every single night. And in half-court sets, defenders will hesitate to sag off because Allen's presence in the paint alters even the bravest of shooters. This spacing forces opposing bigs into uncomfortable decisions. Challenge the shot and risk a foul, or stay home and concede the lob. Both options favor the Lakers. Defensively, the ripple effect is equally profound. Jarrett Allen ranked in the top 5 for blocks per game last season, and he's a master of verticality, challenging shots without fouling. In crunch time, instead of double-teaming on the perimeter, the Lakers can trust Allen to patrol the paint, allowing perimeter defenders to stick with shooters and pressure ball handlers. Think about the late-game scenarios against Denver, where Nikola Jokic's soft touch in the post has tormented LA squads in recent years. With Allen anchoring the lane, the Nuggets would have to adjust their attack, forcing Jokic to kick out to shooters rather than bully his way to the rim. That shift alone could be worth an extra possession or two in crucial fourth-quarter minutes. But let's delve into the intangible qualities that make Allen so alluring. He's only 25 years old, meaning his prime years align with Luka's peak, LeBron's final title window, and the developmental arc of Laker youth. He communicates on defense, setting schemes and rallying teammates after big stops. His work ethic in practice is renowned. Coaches praise his willingness to learn, to film study, and to embrace a team-first mentality. Those are the traits that foster a winning culture, traits that the Purple and Gold organization cherishes almost as much as on-court production. However, the potential cost of this deal cannot be ignored. Trading Rui Hachimura and a future first-round pick means surrendering shooting, versatility, and a long-term asset that could help the Lakers adapt in future off-seasons. Rui's knockout three-point accuracy and ability to guard multiple positions made him a key role player during the regular season. His departure would force increased minutes from younger, less proven wings and require greater responsibility, from veterans like LeBron and Russell to knock down shots. The front office would need to balance this loss by either pursuing shooters at the trade deadline or bolstering the bench unit via free agency. It's a gamble, a bet that adding Allen's defensive prowess is worth the sacrifice of scoring depth and future draft capital. More questions emerge when we consider the luxury tax implications. Jarrett Allen's contract carries over $30 million per season, and fitting him under the cap could require creative financial maneuvering, stretching deals, waiving veterans, or flipping lesser contracts in secondary trades. Each maneuver triggers its own chain reaction. Stretching a player's contract might leave dead money on the books for years, waiving a veteran could rob the bench of experience and leadership, and secondary trades for cap relief often involve taking back undesirable salary or expiring deals that contribute little on the court. Yet Lakers executives like Rob Pelinka have demonstrated a willingness to absorb heavy payroll burdens in pursuit of championships, as seen in past seasons, when the franchise paid significant luxury tax penalties to retain and acquire star talent. If there's a package that makes this deal viable, you can bet they will pursue it, and they've shown they will if they believe the timing and the talent align for a title run. But suppose the Lakers go all in on Allen. What happens to the rest of the roster? Cleveland's big man is known for his rim protection, lob-catching prowess, and pick-and-roll expertise, but he is not much of a floor spacer. How will that dynamic mesh with the Lakers' shooters? Will Austin Reeves and Gabe Vincent be freed up for catch-and-shoot opportunities? Or will their minutes shrink as the rotation compresses to accommodate a new starting five? More importantly, how will the coaching staff adjust their schemes? J.J. Redick, still early in his head coaching tenure, must integrate Allen's strengths while compensating for his limitations. Perhaps we'll see more high-ball screens on the wings, where Allen can roll hard to the rim and LeBron or Luka can flash into the open space. Maybe Redick tinkers with a drop coverage that keeps Allen in position to contest drives while mitigating his relative lack of perimeter agility. Each of these adjustments carries risk. Too much tinkering can confuse veteran players, while sticking to rigid sets may not fully exploit Allen's shot-blocking skills. Looking ahead to the schedule, the timing of this trade is critical. The Lakers' next few games feature matchups against playoff-hungry squads, teams like Memphis, Phoenix, and the up-and-coming Oklahoma City Thunder. That will test defensive rotations and rebounding tenacity. If Allen arrives before that gauntlet begins, his impact could be immediate. He could anchor a rim defense that stymies efficient paint, scoring, force opponents into contested perimeter shots, and grab crucial offensive boards that ignite fast breaks. His lob threat presence would open driving lanes for LeBron and Luka, forcing defenses to hesitate. But if the trade process drags into mid-season, the window to integrate him before the playoffs will shrink drastically. Limited practice time, sporadic early-season matchups, and the challenge of building on-court chemistry under the glare of national TV would heighten the risk of miscommunication on defensive rotations, misplaced defensive assignments, and clunky offensive sets as players learn new roles. Meanwhile, the championship window, already narrow with LeBron in his 40th year, will definitively hinge on this decision. For Luka Doncic, this is a chance to play in an ideal supporting cast, one designed to complement his skill set rather than compete for touches. With Allen anchoring the paint, Luka could roam off-ball more, exploiting his catch-and-shoot lethal touch and devastating pull-up game without constantly worrying about slower bigs dragging him into pick-and-roll coverage. For LeBron, it's the latest shot at ending his career with another banner, extending his legacy beyond the extraordinary. A pairing of LeBron's veteran savviness, Luka's creative scoring, and Allen's defensive mastery could form a Big Three that rivals any in league history. For Coach Redick, it's a test of adaptability and strategic vision, tasked with forging a new identity in a storied franchise that demands nothing less than excellence. He must decide whether to lean into a traditional big-man frontcourt, embrace small ball lineups with Allen as an occasional change of pace, or mix and match high-pressure zones to maximize both offense and defense. For Laker fans, it's a rare moment where boundless hope and pragmatic skepticism collide, creating an emotional roller coaster as we await confirmation. We imagine nights filled with thunderous blocks, alley-oop dunks, and defensive stands that turn the tide of playoff contests. We also fear the possibility that this blockbuster gamble might strip the team of its depth and flexibility, tethering it to a long-term commitment that backfires if Allen's health falters or if his fit alongside aging stars proves less seamless than hoped. The specter of sacrificing future draft assets looms large. Giving up a first-round pick and potentially protected pick swaps could hamper the Lakers' ability to restock in the post-LeBron era. At the end of the day, the question remains: is this the sort of bold move that finally unlocks another championship in Los Angeles? Could Jarrett Allen be the missing piece that elevates the Lakers from contenders to favorites? Or will the cost, losing valuable rotation players, sacrificing draft capital, stretching the payroll, and potentially disrupting bench cohesion, prove too high a price for a single trade? Personally, I believe adding Allen gives the Lakers their best chance to outmuscle and outmatch the West's elite in a 7-game series. His age, upside, defensive instincts, and rim-running ability fill glaring holes in the roster, and the ceiling this pairing unlocks is simply too high to ignore. But now, it's up to you. Would you pull the trigger on this deal, or hold on to our young talent and draft capital? Sound off below with your verdict. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and hit that bell so you never miss an update on this and every other Lakers rumor. The future of this franchise could be decided any minute. Now, and together, we'll witness every twist and turn on the road to another banner.